Hey guys, jc.exe here. I'm going to give you a quick review and recommendation about the game Tiger Knight Empire War. This is a third-person action game with directional controls to aim your attacks, much like the games Mountain Blade and the upcoming For Honor game by Ubisoft. Now, I also want to point out that this is not an MMO. It is not a massive multiplayer online game. This is a lobby-based game. You queue up and you go into these battles of 5 versus 5 or more. Now, to help make this game different, it allows you to control a unit of soldiers to help you achieve objectives and win the battles. Now, when you launch the game, you start with a tutorial and a character creation. The character creation isn't very robust at the moment. You can choose between a Chinese-looking character or a Roman character. Currently, you can only choose a male, and there are a variety of different options you can adjust and change to help make your character look a little more unique than everybody else. And one thing that was a pleasant surprise was the addition of the Romans, as I was expecting this to be a completely Chinese-oriented game. However, it is pretty funny when you do pick voices for your character that your Roman is going to be speaking Chinese. Now, even if you are a Mountain Blade veteran or a game that's similar, I do highly recommend going through the tutorial. I don't normally recommend tutorials, but this one's actually pretty good. It gives you a good sense of how the weapons are going to feel, the way horses work, how your damage is going to look, how the bows feel, what kind of drop-off do they have, how your character is going to react when he gets hit, and the different type of charging attacks each different weapon tends to do. You also get a feel for what the AI do. Now, I'm going to let you know right now, this is no Dynasty Warriors. If you get surrounded by the AI, be prepared to get smashed. Now, they're not particularly hard, but they'll keep wailing on you, unlike Dynasty Warrior type AI where they just stare at you. These ones will actually come after you and mob you if you get surrounded. So overall, I felt the gameplay to be very smooth. Everything connects well. I didn't feel anyone had a particular advantage because of their ping, and that there wasn't a whole lot of desyncing. Now, I did run into a few bugs and performance issues, mainly due to the Epic War. Now, whenever I repaired siege engines, I would lose control of my WASD, and it wouldn't let me move anymore. The only way to correct it was to Alt-Tab and come back into the game. So if you have control issues, just Alt-Tab and come back. Also, lower-end rigs are going to have issues with frame rate on the Epic War. Even I did. Alright, so the content of the game. What are we striving for? What's that carrot on the stick? If any of you have played War Thunder or Total War Arena, you're going to immediately recognize what kind of system we have here. So also part of the development is gearing up your general, your character. That's how you're going to make yourself better known on the battlefield and more powerful. You also get to pick an extra AI general to assist you in battle, along with your soldiers. Now, the soldiers you pick come from 4 factions: Wei, Shu, Wu, and then Rome, which does not have anything yet and will hopefully come in the near future. Now, if I look at Wei and I go and look at one of their long spear centurion units, you can see it's much like War Thunder or Total War Arena, where you unlock their items as they start getting more prestige experience and eventually to the next tier of soldier. We got a special tab, which is probably going to bring some new units, most likely premium. I'm only speculating though. And then we have the exploit, which is a currency you can only gain through dueling in one of their game modes, and that'll help gear up your general. Now, if I look at the market here, you can get an idea of what you can buy with real life money. And then there's the option of 30-day and permanent. Obviously, permanent is going to cost you more. Now, I haven't seen anything in the store that's particularly game-breaking that you can buy and make yourself a pay-to-win type of character. There's just mainly cosmetic and convenience items. One in particular convenience item, the VIP system, which you'll probably already kind of get an idea what that's going to do. That's going to be able to help you have an accelerated pace at leveling and essentially get to a higher level faster, which in a sense is going to make you higher tiered before everyone else, and if you fight against lower tiered people, you're going to have that edge. So what does 1,980 coins translate to? That's about $10. Here's a scale of what the coin to dollar value looks like. Now, this is a lobby-based game where you get to choose from different game modes. One in particular, the Epic mode, is very cool. It's the PvE mode. It's not going to be versus any other players, and you get to siege a large castle with a bunch of units. It starts off with the duel with the AI and their generals, and that's where things build up from there. After you win the duel, you'll eventually move on to the next phase of the fight, which is the actual siege itself. It does feel very epic despite its performance problems. However, after the 5th or 6th time and the abrupt ending it has, you just want more, and I hope that they can deliver with that, because right now in its current stage, it does get boring fairly fast. You'll also run into invisible walls and staircases that lead you into nowhere, and it makes you feel a lot more constrained, and it also removes that feeling of epicness within the castle. Also, just a quick tip, keep an eye on your health and the amount of soldiers you have, because once they're dead, they're done for the round. Now, if AI isn't really your thing and you just want to fight other players, and only players, they do have a duel mode which is available to you at level 8. And this is also the only way to acquire the currency to unlock the exploit items. Now, this is just a team versus team type of battle, first to 80 kills, or whoever has the most by the time expires. Now, it's in my opinion the best game mode and the one you'll be spending the most time in is the command mode. This is where everything is tied together in a 5 versus 5. You bring your army with you, you have your extra general, and the goal is to kill the other team or to destroy the enemy AI general who is hiding in the main camps. There's also a slight resource system that you can use, so when your soldiers get killed off, you go to certain points or even your command base to replenish them. I don't have a whole lot to say about the graphics and audio. The graphics looks clean, the animations work, they look nice, they don't look very clunky. You'll see some clipping here and there, and some frame drops once in a while, especially when you play the Epic War. That's where they really need to clean up and optimize things. The audio, the Chinese is good, actors sound great. There is a little bit of a bug with the boss for Lu Bu when you do after the duels, where his voice doubles up on top of each other, creating an echo effect. In conclusion, I can totally recommend this game. It's free. Go ahead and give it a try. If you're looking for something kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but a little more visceral, this will do it. The AI is very combative, making the battles very intense and a lot of fun. The early access in this game is very healthy right now. So the only thing I can complain about right now is there are some bugs, translation issues, optimization issues, and they currently lack Rome. I want Rome to come out. That's going to be really cool to have. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video.